So can you see the handout? Can you do one thing? Can you go through the data first? Try to read this data. I want you guys to go through it and understand. Wait a minute, I'm sharing the handout. Meanwhile, go through the data. I shared the handout. You can download it. First, go through the information and let me know whether you are comfortable with the information or not, whether you understood the information or not. Take 3 minutes, not more than that. No need to solve the question. Are you able to understand the data, the entire information? Yes or no? Okay. Some of you might be having problem. Third line player can also advance. Don't understand this. Okay, I'm helping you, Shamli.
Sir, what do you mean by given a buy?
By means they are automatically advanced to the next one
Without playing?
without playing. Like technically their opponent is not found, so they are advanced to the next round.
Okay.
Opponent gives a walk of, you can say, but in this case that is not the case. In this case technically opponent is not found. How that works, let me explain. Can I give you a small example so that it will be easier to understand? That works? Because under explaining it in set of 128 will be time taking and too complicated. I'm giving you an example of 16 teams. That works. Like in games like this seeding thing works in games like which is played 1 to 1, 1 versus 1, or team versus team, and in knockout stages. Examples of such sports are tennis, then chess, lawn tennis, badminton, lawn tennis, no, sorry, table tennis, then boxing, wrestling, and so on. Is this clear? So in these knockout tournaments, we prefer total number of teams, preferred is 2 raised to power n. Like preferred number of teams is 2 raised to power n. It should be multiple of 2, not multiple of 2, power of 2. Like if there are 2 teams, 4 teams, like 8 teams, 16 teams, 32 teams, 64 teams, 128 teams, 256 teams, and so on. Is this clear? Like you have seen, like recently you must have watched Cricket World Cup T20. How many teams were there in the semifinals? 4. Some of you might follow football. Have you seen round of 16 in football? Like if there are 2 teams left, that is called final. If there are 4 teams left, that is called semi-final. If there are 8 teams left, that is called quarter-final. And if there are 16 teams left, we call it round of 16. And then 32 teams, then we don't call it a round of 32. Instead, we count from here. If there are total 32 teams, we call it first round, second round, third round, fourth round, and fifth round. Is this clear? Okay. Just stay with me. Okay. Like if there are 16 teams available, we are taking example of 16 teams. If there are 16 teams available, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay. I'm showing you a way to understand by which it will be relatively easier to visualize. Like I visualize this thing in this way, and after that I find it easy. Let's do a simple trick. Let us assume all these numbers are written on a piece of paper. Okay. If you fold it from middle, the middle part will be here now. Yes or no? So if you fold this piece of paper, so it will be like this only. So can you say 1 and 16 will overlap, 2 and 15 will overlap, 3 and 14 will overlap, 4 and 13 will overlap, 5 and 12, 6 and 11, 7 and 10, and 8 and 9. Is this clear? Yes or no? And this will be our first round matches. Like a first match will be match of first versus 16th, second versus 15th, third versus 14th, fourth versus 13th, fifth versus 12th, sixth versus 11th, 7 versus 10, 8 versus 9. Is this clear? Now in next round, repeat this process again. If we divide it by half, this part will be half now. So the next round matches will be between winner of 1 and 16, 2 and 15, 3 and 14, 4 and 13 versus 1 and 16 will compete against whom? I want your answer. 8 and 9. Perfect. 2 and 15 will compete against 7 and 10. Then 3 and 14 will compete against 6 and 11. And they will compete against 5 and 10. Is this clear? So whoever will be winner of 1 and 16 will compete against winner of 8 and 9. And whoever is winner of 2 and 15 will compete against winner of 7 and 10. And whoever will be winner of 3 and 14 will compete against winner of 6 and 11. And winner of 4 and 13 will compete against winner of 5 and 10. Is this clear? Now you can continue this process till the final round. Process is understood? Is this clear? Now let's come to the concept of giving a buy. When will scenario of buy come? Like if there are, let us assume, if there are 12 teams instead of 16 teams, or you can say 13 teams instead of 16 teams. Can we assume? Yes, Antrish, in last case, if 12 was the case. Like if there are 13 teams. So can you say opponent of 1, 2, and 3 are not there, not found? Because they are not present here. So these players are automatically given a buy. And others will compete. Is this clear?
So can you repeat the last portion where why 1, 2, 3 did not
Okay,
have
okay. I'm repeating again. Like let us assume if instead of 16 teams, only 13 teams were present. So technically we can say 3 teams are not there. Is this clear? So if we rank them accordingly, can you say opponent of 1, 2, and 3 is not found? Because 16, 15, and 14 are not found. So technically opponent of 1, 2, 3 is not there. So automatically they will advance to next round. And 4 will again play against 13, 5 will play against 12, 6 will play against 11, 7 will play against 10, and 8 will play against 9. Is this clear? Yes or no? Now everyone understood the concept of buy.
Question. If we place 1 with 13, 2 with 12, 3 with 11, 4 with 10, and 5 with 9,
6 with
then
8 and 7.
yes, sir. So we are living with one team, then that person will go to buy. By the three players, 1, 2, 3 are going to buy.
Reason is, reason is if we do in this way. So technically you are saying if we match 1 with 13, so there will be one winner. 2 and 12, another winner. 3 and 11, another winner. 4 and 10, another winner. 5 and 9, another winner. 6 and 8, another winner. And you are giving 7 a buy. Now, what is now total number of teams left? 7.
Yes, sir.
But ideally, we want power of 2, na, number of teams. Only then we can have a quarter final or a semi final or a final. Correct? Is this clear? That's why we do it like this. And we don't do it, tournaments do it in this way. Okay, Hardik?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Because our in ideal case, number of teams should be power of 2 in a knockout tournament. If they are not, then we convert it forcefully in a power of 2, like this, whatever we did here. Shamal, one more thing, sir. 14, 15, 17 are absent only in first round. 14, 15, 16. Yes. Problem of buy will always come in first round only. Or otherwise, obviously, if someone is injured or not, in that case. Okay. And that is called walk off, not buy. If someone is injured or any problem, then it is called walk off. Okay, not a buy. This thing is called buy. Any other doubt in this case? Then we'll go to our set. You can ask. There is another thing called upset. Everyone comfortable with the concept of upset? What is an upset? Like Zimbabwe beating India. Lower player defeats the top player. If one wins over two, no. If one wins over two, then it is not called upset. When a lower ranked team beats higher one, like if 13 defeats 4, then it will be an upset. If 11 defeats 6, then it will be an upset. If 10 defeats 7, it will be an upset. But if 8 defeats 9, then it is not an upset. Okay? Is this clear? I think now you are relatively comfortable with the concept of seeding. I've given you a smaller example. Obviously, given example is bigger, but I guess you guys are relatively comfortable. Seeding is technically ranking of team. Exactly, Antriksh. Ranking pre-decided before the tournament. Okay. Like You must have realized, must have gone through sometimes newspaper like it's written Djokovic and Nadal will face in semi-final this year. Have you seen something like this? That they are likely to face in semi-final. Why not final? You must have seen it in news sometimes, 2 3 years back, 4 5 years back, because of their seeding. Like if Djokovic is second seeded and Nadal is third seeded, they cannot play in the final. They will obviously play in semi-final. Otherwise, they won't play against each other. Someone must be eliminated before that. Is this clear? Because if we continue this pattern, then one will compete against four, two will compete against three. Is this clear? Can I erase it? I think concept of seeding is clear. Now we can focus on our question. Now tell me, you want to try this question on your own right now with our understanding you just gain. Try question number 1 to 5. Handouts is available with all. Let me do one thing. Wait. Can you see entire question? Try these 5 questions. I want you guys to try it on your own. You'll gain confidence by this. Obviously, we'll discuss it then. Take 5 minutes. Question number 1 and 2 are relatively easy. Question number 3, 4, 5 might take some time. Try it. Shamal, there is no exact pattern. It's just that you have to do that folding thing. You can do it mentally, or you can do it by writing. Okay. Can we discuss? Yes or no? I think among these questions, question number 3 was most difficult, and others were, I think, relatively doable. 3 would have taken most time, others were doable. So, what is answer of question number 1? First, we'll look at answers, then we'll discuss each question. Answer of question number 1 is 120. Question number 2. Perfect. Answer is cannot be determined. Question number 3. Anyone? Answer is more than one of the above. We'll see how and why. What is answer of question number 4? If you reach there. Question number 4 is answer A. And question number 5 is also answer A. Can you see? I think everyone got stuck on question number 3. That's the case for everyone. Okay. But why to get stuck? You can skip it. You can go to question number 4 and 5. That was relatively easy. Like even in my case, if I have less time in exam, I will try question number 4 and 5 instead of question number 3. Because question number 3 will take more time. So especially in LRDI, you don't need to do all the questions. Obviously, it is preferred if all the questions are done. But if you have less time, then act smart. Skip lengthy ones and do easy ones. Question number 3 was lengthiest. Question number 4 and 5 were relatively easy. I'll solve all questions, Hardik, don't worry. So first, look at question number 1. Obviously, first thing that came to your mind is the total number of teams must be 128. Correct. But can you say 8 players got a bye? That means 8 players are absent. Exactly. So 128 minus 8. So technically 120 players are playing. Your answer is 120. Is this clear? Clear to all? Okay. Then question number 2. What is the number of matches won by the winner of the tournament? Now, tell me, you know who is the winner of the tournament? If winner is among 1 to 8 seeded, they must have played one less match now, because they got a bye, and others must have played one more match than these guys. So can you tell exact number of matches? No, that's why answer is cannot be determined. Is this clear? Okay. Let's skip question number 3 as of now. Can we do easier ones first? I hope you guys are comfortable. So let's try question number 4. What is the minimum number of upset in the tournament if player seeded 14 wins the tournament? So obviously, we want to minimize the number of upsets. So we'll prefer like 1 to 16. All teams reach this round of 16. That will be case because till now there are no upsets, correct? Obviously now 1 will match up against 16, 2 will match up against 15, and so on till 7 will match up against 10, and 8 will match up against 9. Correct? So they are saying player seeded 14 wins the tournament. So obviously, if in order to win the tournament, player number 14 have to cause an upset. So one upset will win this round. Can you say in another round, next round too, there should be an upset? Like this is round of 16. Then even in quarterfinal, there will be upset now. Then in semi-final, there must be another upset. Then also in final. Only then seeded number 14 can win. Na? So how many upsets are there? 4. One upset in the round of 16. One in quarterfinal, one in semi-final, one in final. So 4 upsets are there. So your answer is 4. Is this clear? This was easy, na? That's what I was saying. If you have skipped the question number 3, you would have done this question. Is this clear? Can we try next one? I think the question number 4 is clear to all. Now question number 5 is slightly tougher than question number 4 because it requires little bit more working. If the player seeded 17 reaches the final, then which of the following seeded player could have won the tournament? So if player number 17 reaches the final, who could have won? Either 17 or his opponent. Correct? Is this clear? Obviously, 17 is not in the option. So we have to look for his opponent. Who will be his opponent? So rather than looking at who can be his opponent, we should look who cannot be his opponent. Correct? Who cannot be his opponent? The one who might have faced him in the earlier round. Correct? So if we look at the numbers, we are assuming obviously options are till 32. Everyone till 32 reach the round of 32. So one will face against 32, two will face against 31, and so on till 16 will face against 17. Is this clear? So obviously 16 cannot be your winner. Correct? Because 16 will be eliminated in round of 16 only, round of 32. Only then 17 can reach the finals. Now in the next round, who will play a number seeded 17 will face? You can say it will face 1 and 32. Winner of 1 or 32 in the next round. So obviously they are not reaching the finals. Correct? So 1 and 32 are eliminated. Is this clear? Is this part clear to all? Now tell me about semi-final. What will be matchup in semi-final? In ideal case, you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 teams are there. One will match up against 4 and 2 will match up against 3. Correct? Now if 17 was able to beat 1, 32, 16 and others, you can say 17 will replace 1. So you can say it will match up against 4 in the semi-final. So obviously 4 is also not there. Your answer is C2. Clear? Anyone? Please, if you have a slight doubt, please ask. I have no problem in explaining again. Okay, Samarth. This blue part, na Samarth? Whole fourth. Okay. Now I'm asking in the ideal scenario, like if there were no upsets, if we forget team number 17. Okay. You said in the last part again. Okay. So can you say if in the round of 32, if there were no upsets, you can say these 32 teams will be there. So in the round of 32, 17 will face 16. So if 17 is facing 16, so obviously 16 won't reach the finals because it will be eliminated there because 17 reached the finals. Is this clear? Okay. Now 17 will face which team in the next round? 17 will face either team number 1 or team number 32 in the next round. Correct? So obviously both of these teams won't reach the finals now. Because obviously they will lose to 17 because 17 is reaching the final. So obviously 32 and 1 is wrong. Is this clear? Okay. Now I'm asking an ideal scenario. Forget 17 and all. What will be quarterfinal if all the best teams reach? You can say quarterfinal will be between team number 1, 2, 3, 4. Semi-final, sorry. And in semi-final, 1 will match up against 4. Correct? Now if 17 is reaching the finals, so technically you can say 17 is replacing 1 because 1 will match up with 17 at one point of time. So 17 will be in place of team number 1 and it will face team number 4 in the semi-final. So if it will face team number 4 in the semi-final, obviously team number 4 is not reaching the final. So team that can reach the semi-final will be seed number 2. There are other options too. It can be seed 3. It can also be seed 5. seed 6. But among given options, A is your required answer. Seed 2. Not seed 5 and 6. Seed 6 and 7. Clear? This one was slightly tough, na? Like you have to think relatively more. Question number 3 was like this only. Now can we go to question number 3? Everyone clear with question number 5 now? Okay. Now question number 3. If it is known that the player seeded 4 won the tournament, then which of the following seeded player could have faced him in the quarterfinals? So in ideal scenario, what will be quarterfinal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be quarterfinal, na? Okay. Now the thing is, obviously they are not among options. So can you say there might be case of an upset? Correct. Like the team which is facing team number 4 in the quarterfinal is team number 5. So can you say there can be a team who faced team number 5 earlier, reached this stage? Is this possible? Yeah, it's entirely possible. Let's think of that. So in the first round, obviously team number 5 automatically got a bye. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on till 64. So until 32. And 64, 61, 60, sorry, 63, 62, 61, and 60. So can you say team number 5 can face team number 60? Or there's also possibility that he might face a team which team number 60 faced in the first round. Whom team number 60 must have faced in the first round. Like 64 must have faced 65. This must have faced 66, 67, 68, and 69. Correct? So 5 can face either team number 60 or team number 69. Is this clear?
Sir, I have one doubt in this statement, like 1 to 32. If what we are asked, which match was played by the team 22, then how do we know, how do we calculate without writing the whole sequence and series?
Like, can you repeat?
So the series is like 1 to 32. The matches played from 1 to till 32. If for suppose if we are asked to know ki which player seeded 22 number player uh, played which matches, then how will we calculate that?
Simply, there's a pattern, obvious pattern. Like, you can say, what is 1 plus 8?
9,
2 plus 7? 9.
9,
3 plus 6? 9.
4
4
plus
plus 8?
9.
4 plus 5 is 9. So you can say this is round of 8. In round of 8, sum of team must be 9. Is this clear?
Understood.
Now, in round of 30, round of 32, yeah, round of 64. How many teams are there?
32.
32 matches will be there. Or
How many
64 teams
teams
are
is 64 teams are there? Sorry.
round of 64. So some
Yes.
must be 65.
65. Okay, sir. Understood.
What will be some in round of 128? 129.
27. Yes.
Now it's easier. 60 plus
Yes.
69 is 129.
Yes. 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 65.
5 plus 60 is 65. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. There is also one thing. In the next round, which team will face team number 5? Like in round of 32? Which team will face team number 5?
27.
27 or 28?
28. 28. 33.
28, because some will be 33. So team that will face team number 5 will be 28. Is this clear?
Yes.
And who will be opponent of 28 as per this sum? You can say that will be 37.
37.
So can you say the opponent of 4 can be 28 or 37 too? So as of now, you can say two options are there which satisfy this condition. Your answer is more than one of the. Now you got the pattern. I think you like this pattern, some wala part.
Yes, sir.
Everyone got it?
Yes,
I
sir.
want you guys to please make notes of these things. I think it will be too important in exam. Like obviously you can take screenshots and note it down, and you obviously you can watch recording again in future. Like you guys must have taken some test series, even Bodhi, maybe other test series time, CL, whatever you might have taken. You might face these questions of games and tournaments. And anytime a knockout tournament comes, this will be pattern. So if you know this pattern, everything will be easy. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So can we go to the next question? If everyone stood this set completely, you can say Y or thumbs up, whatever you feel like for boosting my confidence.